I'm Trevor Bales with Bales Hay Farm and Ranch. Yes, my last name is Bales, and yes, we bale hay. And that's Gabriel. A little issue putting gas. We're going to talk about that right now. Well, the last 2 days were super windy, so I didn't finish any videos. But today's a whole new day with whole new problems. It's hay season, folks.
Yeah, it was pretty.
So the handle broke off the valve that lets gas come out of the gas tank. At the same time, the valve in the handle got stuck. So Gabriel was filling up and gas just started pouring out. So we're gonna get some WD-40, we're gonna spray the handle, but two, the reason the handle fell off, the screw that holds it in place actually broke off. So I'm gonna try to reverse it out with this sweet drill bit piece I have. Let's see how this goes. All right, Gabriel backed me up to the fuel tank. Unleaded farm use. See that? It's still in there. So I'll take this drill bit, which is a grab it, easy way to remove damaged screws, and hopefully bring it out. Then we're gonna fix it. Oh, thank you for the lot, Gabriel. All right, here we go. Cut towards your buddy, not your body. Not your body. Ooh, phone's ringing. I bet it's important. That was my uncle-in-law. He's got a old set of doubles that I want to use to haul hay around my barns. So he said, come look at them, and I could probably have them. Good news, told you it's important. I'm trying to read the directions on this. Easy to use, 1, brush, 2, flip. Dang, I cut through the instructions. That's not good. Oh, it says use safety goggles. I have sunglasses, they count. It says reverse in those instructions, so I'm gonna stick this tip down in there. It's a multiple step. You do this side and then you flip it over and use the other side. I think that's enough. Let's try it. It's not working. I think I know why it's not working. This bit is actually made for when you strip out the head of the screw. The screw snapped off. It's no longer in existence. I'm gonna try something else. I don't know much about valves, so I'm afraid if I loosen that right there, gasoline might come out. I don't know. Well, I pulled this thing off. It literally didn't help me with anything. I don't know what this still even does. I have to call the gas provider, drain this tank, and then swap this valve out. This valve is probably 15 years old, so even if I had the right tool, I don't think I could get that out. Womp, womp, womp. I just had an idea. I've got a squeeze. I could just take this tank and set it up, right? But then it's got that breather pipe on top, so it would just drain out that pipe. Dang it. The tank does sound pretty empty. I wonder if I just tipped it up to where the gas was all at the other end. I'm gonna climb up there. I'm gonna find a stick. I'm gonna put it in there and see how much is in there. Bad news, just because it sounds empty doesn't mean it is empty. Well, I think I'm gonna have to call the gas company. Ugh. Calling the fuel company. Hey, this is Trevor over at Bales Hay. My gas tank, the valve broke. Well, it's kind of broke. You can use a wrench to get it open, but it's pretty full of fuel. I was wondering if there was a day your truck wasn't too busy, if we could pump the gas out. I could replace that valve and then pump the gas back in. Oh, that's fine. I thought I could back the broken screw out in this valve today, and it's so old. It's probably 15, 20-year-old valve, so that screw's just rusted in there tight. And then I was hoping, oh, maybe there's not much gas in there. I'll just use my squeeze and I'll tip one end up and get the gas to go to the other end. And then I put a stick in there and it's really full. Awesome, looks like Monday or Tuesday they're gonna come out here and we'll get this thing swapped out. Look, it's my cuñado. Sweet, just made a game plan with my cuñado. He's gonna get a new valve that actually takes a a filter on the bottom of it. So this should have, so we can now filter the gas as it goes into vehicles. Great for keeping your motors longevity. Battery as well. I think everything, just put that back in there. Okay, on to the next project. I have something pretty cool to show you guys. It's Lisa's phone number. Hey Lisa.
Hey, did we have any big bales out in the sale barn?
Oh yeah.
And they're how much?
$140 a bale.
And they're 1,400 pounds? Or they're 1,200?
1,200-ish, probably.
Okay, alrighty.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye. Back to something I think is pretty cool as a manager especially, and we have a lot of expensive equipment rolling around here. That being one of them. The way we store and get our oil. It's been the same way for I don't know how long. There's a way, it's like the Stone Age. Like, it was just ridiculous. It's stupid. And I blame myself for not doing something sooner. This is how we got hydraulic fluid. Would put it in a can and then carry that can to the tractor, whoop, put the hydraulic in. Here is how we got oil. You get my point. Oh my gosh. It's old and outdated, and I'll tell you why it's not smart. Contamination. And actually, you end up throwing away a lot of oil. A lot of oil. This bucket, these old oil buckets, which I'm sure all of you have and use. This one is amazing. It still has a lid on it. Don't ask me how. The last one we had, it had no lid, and if it sticks over. But this can is used for all the oil that we put into things. Hydraulic motor, different motor oils, whether it's for a diesel tractor, or an oil for a synthetic for a pickup truck, or hydraulic or transmission, whatever. They use the same bucket all the time. Now that bucket sits there with its lid open. Well, now that lid's just getting full of dust, hay, garbage, bird poop, whatever, you name it, it's getting in that bucket. You have now put a mixture of dust, which you don't want dust in a motor, bird poop, hay, hydraulic oil. I've even seen a guy using this to put antifreeze. I don't know why. Oh, he couldn't find a funnel, so he didn't want to pour it from the big jug he poured it in there and then in there. All these things are getting mixed together, and it irritates me beyond belief. Like, real bad. Not to mention all the oil that gets thrown away. Let's say you're filling up the motor and you've lost count on how many buckets of cans of oil you've put in there, and then you fill it up again and you start putting in it's like overflowing. Or you go and check your dipstick, you're like, oh crap, it's already full. Well, now I've got this can full of oil. I'm not gonna put it back in the oil container. So you set the can down, and the next guy that comes along shows up. He's like, whoa, what's this can of liquid? I don't know. Is it hydraulic? Is it motor? So then they just dump it out. It gets dumped out. And that happens all the time. I'm guilty of it. I've done it myself. And of course, no one's ever there like, hey, who used this last? What is this? No one knows, and no one can remember. And the last guy that did use it, he doesn't know if he was the last guy that used it. Someone could have used it between him and me. So nobody knows. You just dump it out because you don't want to put the wrong thing in whatever you're working on. Just an expensive tractor, an expensive squeeze, an expensive pickup. All this stuff has to be the right oil going in the right machine. Another thing I hate. Look at this mess. That's the def tank. This system used to have 2 valves in it. So I'd shut this one, and look at it, it's leaking right now. Just right in this bucket. This system used to have 2 valves, so I could shut 2 valves off to make sure it didn't leak. Def is disgusting. It just destroys everything, and the valve broke and the pipe broke, and I just put it back together without going and buying a new valve. Now it just leaks all the time. I hate this way. I hate it. What's that word I used earlier? Contamination? Guess how we get DEF from here to our vehicles? Ta-da! Oh, look at this. Oh, look, oh, gross. Just open. Ugh, and look, it's full. It's full right now. It's just gonna get dumped out. All that talk to show you something. Check this out. Boom, DEF tank with an electric hose. Well, the pump's electric. The hose isn't electric, it's rubber. This bad boy, Synergy will come fill it up for me. It's on a power cord. Now everyone just pull up to it, just pull a little pistol, and you fill up your retriever truck, swather, bale wagon, tractors, pickups, and oil cans with, these guns actually run on air, but they've got batteries in them, so it tells you exactly how much you're putting in, and you can actually program them to a specific number and they shut off on their own. These 30-foot long hoses, they just pull it anywhere that tractor is parked. So it makes it so much easier. No can. I mean, even if you had 100 cans and you didn't cross-contaminate, it's back and forth, fill the can up, guess how many you're putting in. Yeah, that says 5 quarts, but there's no line, you're still guessing. And even if you're not doing it for your employees and you're doing it for yourself, you're the one that's changing the oil. Oh, I've changed several oils with this system now, and I love it. I love it. So anyways, I just want to show you guys and something to think about. Okay, sorry, I had to get that rant out of the way. I wouldn't say I'm a neat freak or anything, but some things are important to keep. Motors, hydraulic pumps, like you've got to pay attention to that stuff. You got to do what it takes to keep them clean. This is super random. My dad bought it, we never use it. It's a gopher killer. You turn this motor on and you put it over the gopher hole, and it's supposed to kill it, but we never use it. I don't know if it really works that well.